Ready? Well, now, you have gone and done it. Way too much. You two have a wonderful next chapter before you. Please know how much you are both loved. So if I say to you, be kind to one another, it always matters. Be at home where all together. Always say I love you and give each other a kiss, because that is one thing that you don't want to miss. Love fiercely, hold on tight, and take each other's arms. Rodney found you, Molly, and Molly found you, Rodney, because of each other's charms. From this day forward, you will be one. So do what you can till you can't, and have fun. Love you both so very much, and congratulations.
Okay, I'm going to do my best not to cry, but everybody who knows me knows that when I talk about Molly and Katie, this can happen anyway, so you're going to bear with me. First of all, thanks to everybody for being here tonight, and thanks to Jim and Leah for last night. It was a great evening. We had a lot of fun. I know this is going to surprise everybody who knows Molly, but she's the one who's always trying to make things easier and better for everybody else. This led to her starting to work with animals as a vet down back in Springfield, and her getting up in the morning to go out and walk the dogs before everybody else got there. Then she went to the zoo, went to school, went to Colorado, worked with horses, that led her to Texas, where she helped bring over 100 baby horses into this world. And we were there for several of them, and that was not an easy deal because they're like regular babies, they never come 8 to 5. Now she's going to move on and be a nurse and take care of two-legged animals. Molly and I, the horses led Molly and I to a special place. She'd get up, she and I would get up and go riding around at the boys' ranch. She always rode Spotty. Spotty was a little horse who had about as much fire as Molly did. And so I would ride behind and watch she and Spotty run across the ball field until neither one of them had enough breath to run anymore. Both of them would be grinning from ear to ear. I never saw a horse grin until that. But Molly and Spotty were joined at the hip. Molly and I used to ride around in the morning before school. We would go to McDonald's and listen to Misconnections on her radio and laugh at people who were struggling with their stories about people that they had met and didn't connect with. But one memory always sticks with me, and that was the Christmas dinner at the boys' ranch. I was up talking in front of 400 people, and about halfway into my little talk, I felt Molly grab me around the leg. Molly was about 2, and she'd gotten away and had crawled under the tables, under the chairs, and had come up and grabbed my leg. I picked her up, held her in my arms, and we finished our little talk. That was 25 years ago. The look in her eyes showed unconditional love that we had for each other. And I tell you what, it really feels good to see that look in Molly and Rodney's eyes when they look at each other. So, I'd like to make a toast to Molly and Rodney. May your ups and downs be the glue that binds you. And may your love grow stronger as you build your marriage. We love you. Very good.
Welcome, everybody. Northwest Arkansas. What a wonderful day. Got a married son, and I got a brand new, beautiful daughter-in-law. Yes. My name's Jim Johnson. I am the proud father of Riley. It's my wife, Leah. It's a pretty good day. I reminded Molly last night at the rehearsal dinner that was Johnson trait. That is, when we get hot and sweaty, we're going to be here. And I told her, whatever you do, don't be late to the altar. And you were right on time. Yes. That worked good. So there's another Johnson trait I didn't mention last night, and that one actually only got handed down to right. And my brother Gary, he's 10 years older than me. He was a great baseball player. And he couldn't swing the bat left-handed. Couldn't be a switch hitter. So when I came home, he only let me swing the bat left-handed. So I became a lefty. Well, out of the womb, Riley was a righty. When he was 5, he fell and broke his right arm. The next day we went out and got a glove for that right hand. He started throwing left-handed. About 5 weeks later, doctor cut the cast off of that hand, and we had him swinging the bat left-handed. So he was an all-around left-handed guy at that time. Riley was a pretty good left-handed pitcher. We're playing Legion ball. And Scott Wilkinson back over there in the corner was the head coach. Riley was our closer. Getting late in the game, and Scotty turns to Riley and says, Riley, time to loosen up. You're going in. Well, Riley stands up. he grabs his glove. He looks at the players on the bench, and he says, well, boys, who wants to warm up the Big Johnson? Well, when Scotty finally quit laughing, he said, Riley, that's the cleanest, dirtiest thing I've ever heard somebody say. So Molly, when Riley turns to you and says, Molly, it's time to warm up the Big Johnson. Go grab your catcher's mitt. Absolutely 100% true story. I do want to, how the two met. Actually, AJ, who I didn't even know you were coming tonight. If it wasn't for AJ there, they would have never met, right? So yeah. So that's Whitney. She's one of my best friends, Big there, his daughter. I called her AJ since she was in diapers. Everybody else called her Whitney, I think. But anyway, the story goes that Whitney, AJ, and some of her sorority friends were going to 54 country. And she asked Riley if he wanted to go along. So Riley said, yeah. So they're at 54 country, and Riley comes over to AJ and says, Whitney, you think that girl over there would dance with me? Yeah. Molly says, all right. AJ says, I don't know, you have to go ask her. So Riley gets up and goes over and asks if she'll dance with him. And she says no. So Riley goes back over and sats with AJ, looks around a little more and says, Whitney, what about that? And she danced with me. And Whitney answered, I don't know, Riley, go ask. So Riley goes over and asks her, and Molly says yes. And they've been dancing ever since, right?
That's exactly right.
All right, so now at the couple shower, I was all the way in the back taking care of Grandma, and Princess Morgan asked, who was a better dancer? And I didn't see an answer. Is it a tie? Is it not? You said it? Did you say it?
I'm pretty good.
Oh. That's another Johnson trait right there. I got handed down, huh? That's good. She's a Johnson. She might be good. Anyway, I do want to recognize my Uncle Bob that married 2 kids today. He's my dad's baby brother, and he married Leah and I over 30 years ago. And there's probably hands back over there, Ryan, and I'm not sure who, Gary back over there. So, yeah, Glenn, Janet Glenn? Okay. Well, I don't want to date you, but are you about 45 years anniversary? Is that right? 45? Wow. Yeah, he's been marrying people in the family for a long time. Last year when they were talking about getting married, Riley said that Molly would really like Uncle Bob to marry him. And asked me if I thought he would, and I said, well, Uncle Bob's retired twice now. I don't know, you just have to ask him. So we had a birthday party for my mom, 94th, in the fall, and Riley went over and sat with Uncle Bob and said, you know, Uncle Bob, would you marry Molly and I? We'd really like you to do it. And Uncle Bob said, he'd be honored to. And then Uncle Bob said, Riley, I marry him and I bury him. He said, when I marry him, they don't always stay married, but when I bury them, they always stay buried. And either way, I always wear the same suit. That's my own. He wanted to get home before dark, so that he did. Anyway, hey, it's been a fun day. Cheers. Right. And my beautiful new daughter-in-law, Mom.
He's someone who I know makes the world a better, happier place. But Molly makes it even better because she brings out the very best qualities in him. They meet when they look at each other and they complement each other very well. To my lovely son Riley and his wonderful wife Molly, may you continue to grow in love together. My wish for you is that today is only the beginning of your happy days together. May you learn to cherish each other more and more over the years, and may your love for each other grow stronger each passing day. Welcome to the Johnson family, Molly Johnson, and here's to many more Johnson adventures. Here's to you both. Thank you.
Everybody hear me? There we go. All right. All right, good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hayden, Riley's youngest brother, and after 25 years, he's finally admitted that I'm the best man.
So a little bit about our relationship. We met back in the 90s, long before Riley started wearing camo and driving the biggest truck he could find. But we instantly had a connection. We weren't like most brothers. We never really fought, probably because I was always a lot bigger than Riley, but just goes to show how smart he is. But we did everything together growing up. Played video games, we were on the same sports teams, even had combined birthday parties. And despite this, we also had a lot of differences. When Riley was young, he was building circuit boards and learning how to program software. And when I was that age, I would stand in the yard and make Riley tackle me over and over again because I thought it was fun, I guess. But even at a young age, Riley learned a lot from me. It was mainly what not to do. So this all started when I was about 3 years old. I was climbing up the bar stool, having fun, jumping off, and I then encouraged Riley to give it a try. So he climbed up, jumped off, broke his arm on the table, and landed face down. That was the last time Riley took my advice. So, you're wondering about the story earlier, my dad said he was a lefty, that's when he broke down. But as we progressed our teenage years, we always remained close. I was mainly focused on sports while Riley was getting his EMT license, working as a firefighter. He was playing lacrosse and he was on the debate team. And it always amazed me how much he could juggle at the same time. But every now and then, Riley liked to show off his athletic skills. So it's going to tie into another story you heard earlier. So you've already heard part of this, but remember in high school, we're in a fall baseball league together. Riley showed up to the game wearing cowboy boots and big old belt buckle, bright red Elmo hat for some reason. And he was supposed to start warming up the pitch the next inning. I think you know where this is going, but walked in and asked who wants to warm up the Big Johnson. And this is the part that you didn't get to hear is, sadly, I warmed up the Big Johnson. Thank you. But Riley's tenure in sports is short, and some coaches said that he was useless in most positions. So, Molly, hope you have better luck than that. But in all seriousness, I'm lucky to not only call you my brother, but my best friend. When Riley graduated college, he had job offers all around Missouri, but he wanted to come to Arkansas to support me, to be there for me. But the year that we had together really just meant the world to me, so thank you for that. There was many times that Riley always told me that he was my biggest fan. The truth is, I can say the same thing about you. I'm going to get through this, I promise. But you've been there for me every step of the way. You always kept me out of trouble. At least tried. But I honestly couldn't ask for a better big brother than me. So, I love you. Molly, you look absolutely beautiful tonight. I know today I'm supposed to welcome you to the family, but the truth is you've been part of it for a long time now, so. You're funny, compassionate, someone who cares about others more than himself, and you put up with us for 8 years now, so I think it's a good sign. But it's been amazing getting to know you over the years. Can't wait for more country concerts and late night board games and Chiefs games with you. But I always pray that Riley would find someone who loves and cares for him the way you do. So I'm so blessed to be getting such an amazing sister-in-law. I want to say that I love you both. I'm so happy that you guys are in my life, and I'll always be there for you guys. So if everyone could raise me, or join me in raising a glass, and wishing the new Mr. and Mrs. Johnson all the health and happiness going forward.
She always has been. Everything from calling me crying because I said I would be there in 5 minutes and it's been 6 minutes, to being the first one she called and she just needed a hug. We leaned on each other for much of our lives, and now Molly and Riley, you can be that for each other, and Riley can right on time. Molly, I cross every ocean for you, and I know that you're right there. Love you just as much, if not more. I can see it in both of your eyes that you will move mountains, not for each other, but with each other. And that is what will be the very foundation of this beautiful match made in heaven. I love the book, To the Moon and Back.
I'm not going to make a speech or anything. I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming out and celebrating with us. It means the world to have all of our friends and family here to celebrate this new journey that we're about to embark on, and just being able to see family I haven't seen in a while, and just being able to be with everybody. Really, truly thank you so much for making the trip out here and celebrating with us. To you guys as
We
well.
love each and every one of you.
We just want to say